Imagine this. The year is 1818. The world is on the edge of a new era. Steam trains are crisscrossing continents, carrying people, goods, and an invisible killer. A disease, born in the heart of Russia, that would sweep across Europe, Asia, and America in a matter of weeks. A disease that would claim over 1 million lives. Yet it has been forgotten by history. What was this mysterious pandemic, and why has it vanished from our collective memory? Today I'm going to tell you the chilling story of the Great Influenza of 1889, the forgotten Russian flu, and how it changed the world forever. It's November 1889. In the bustling markets of St. Petersburg, a strange sickness appears. At first, it's just a mild cough, but within days, people collapse with high fevers, splitting headaches, and sheer exhaustion. The hospitals overflow. The doctors are baffled. Suddenly, in the dead of winter, an epidemic is born. But what made this disease so terrifying? Its weapon was the steam engine. For the first time in history, railways connected cities and nations like threads in a giant spider web. The virus, the so-called Russian flu, hitched a ride on these trains, spreading with unprecedented speed. From Russia, it surged into Germany, Austria, and across the Alps. In just a few weeks, it crossed the Channel to England, and within months, it arrived in America. The world was under siege. People were gripped by terror. Cities that had never felt the sting of a global pandemic suddenly found themselves buried under its weight. In London, the hospitals ran out of beds. In New York, the docks became centers of disease. In Berlin, the emperor was bedridden. No one was safe. The wealthy, the poor, the young, the old. It didn't matter. The Russian flu claimed over 1 million lives, and yet it was quickly forgotten. Why? Because unlike the Black Death, and unlike the Spanish flu that came later, this pandemic didn't leave deep scars in history books. It came, it killed, and then it disappeared. Its story was buried in old medical journals and forgotten newspaper articles. But its legacy shaped the very way we understand pandemics today. Modern scientists now believe the Russian flu was caused by a coronavirus, possibly an ancestor of the very virus that changed our world in 2020. Its story is a warning from the past, a reminder that every pandemic holds a lesson. If only we listen, think about it. A cough, a fever, a moment of fatigue. It could be any of us. The terror felt by a father watching a child fall ill. The desperation of a doctor with no cure. The silence of a city that goes dark because its people can no longer rise. The Russian flu wasn't just a disease. It was a mirror of humanity's vulnerability. The Great Influenza of 1889 reminds us that pandemics can strike when we least expect them. They can move faster than we can comprehend, reshaping history and reshaping ourselves. And yet, even in the darkest moments, we survive. We remember. We learn. If this story shook you, if it made you realize how fragile and precious life truly is, then share this video. Let the forgotten Russian flu live on, not as a tragedy buried in the archives of history, but as a lesson for every one of us. If you want more stories like this, stories that shaped our world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Together, let's uncover the moments that changed history.